Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Like I said in the last video, we are going to start up my blown up C7 Corvette engine and we're going to drive it into the shop. Okay, so there's a little bit of oil. I thought it was just like damp, but now that it's rained outside, it's there's some oil. Let's see what my trailer looks like. Oh, there it is. So definitely oil down the center here. I don't know how much oil's in the pan, but well, this engine's trash, so we're gonna run it anyway. So for those of you that are just joining us for the first time here, we have my twin turbo C7 Corvette that dropped a rod doing a burnout at the track a couple weeks ago. And yes, on Monday, so literally 2 days ago, we made a decision to get a 427 cubic inch replacement engine in this bad boy. I showed you that there's at least one hole in the block, and today what we're going to do is we are going to drive it out of the trailer and onto the lift and see if we can find any more damage to it. That sounds stupid, right? Yeah, we're gonna do it. So here she is. I got her all unstrapped and, well, now we're gonna unload her. And we're gonna unload her by starting her and driving her out of here. I'm actually curious how much oil pressure I'm gonna have, if any at all. I don't even, you know what? Before I start it, let's see how much oil we even have in this thing. Looks like we got some oil. That's surprising. Now, one of the things that somebody was saying is disconnect the oil feed to the turbos. We're not actually going to do that. The reason why we're not going to do that is because we don't want to starve the turbos, even for however long it's going to run. And it's not really going to make much of a difference. I know that you want to stop debris from going into the turbos. Well, the good news that we have here is that the oil feed is post-filter. So anything that's going to get sucked up into the oil pump, which we're definitely not going to reuse, will not make it to the actual turbos themselves. So if anything is going to be salvaged from this, we want the turbos to be salvaged, because I really don't want to buy that. But I will tell you right now, oh my God, you know, we're getting a 427 cubic inch engine for this. The project just snowballed. In fact, we're probably going to call it Project Snowball. I think I just named my car. Shit. Okay guys, so I'm going to show you what we need to do. We only have to go a minimum distance.
I was trying to be creepy and now you're following me. Damn it.
We're going to put it on here, on the dyno lifts, just to get it up, and we got to make it all the way. Gotta make it all the way from there. Probably, I'm gonna back it straight up, you know, down to here, and then drive it onto the dyno lift. At least that's the goal. That's our intentions. And during this process, I want to see how much oil pressure I have, because I think that we're actually making oil pressure still. But we'll find out. Okay, you guys ready for this? Okay. Let's see. Fire right up! Wonderful! How much oil pressure are we making? We got good oil pressure! Because of that one rod that's no longer there. That's that anti-crankcase pressure. Okay, let's see what this thing looks like. So she's got a little bit of a leak.
I found your rod.
Yeah?
No, that might be block.
Oh yeah, there's block and rod here.
No, that's a rod.
Yeah, that's definitely a rod. Yep. Oh, look. No, there you go. It was indeed bending.
Oh yeah.
So we indeed bent a rod, which, I mean, we were making a lot of power, so at some point these things fail, and we did it. We found it. Here, get out of the way. Out.
How's that? His rod.
Yeah.
Bolt head.
Okay, so, ooh. I only see that one hole. Like, there's the shit. Like, is that the only hole that? I think that the one hole that we saw is the only one. Like, I mean, there's nothing over here. This side's mint. Although this is probably the side where the rod, it's probably this side's rod that went boo out that way. So I'm guessing it's the number 1 rod. Because
this is why it runs still, the whole cap system on.
Yeah.
I got a wrist pin.
Wrist pin?
I believe so.
Nah.
I didn't tell you I left that in there from the other one.
Did you?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, it's definitely a wristband.
Ah, interesting. Well, I'm curious about the... Do we still have a scope? Or did Johnny break that?
Johnny broke.
Motherfucker. Holy shit. That's a nice wrist pin.
And here's the snap ring and part of windows tray that's on your trailer.
Interesting.
It's like blue.
Do you think that we actually had the snap ring fail? I mean, I think it's the rod.
That'll just allow it to go to the side. But you definitely broke the rod.
Here's the block.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny because I can't see the damage. Like, it's only that one little hole. Like, and it's... Where the fuck is it?
It's like behind the AC compressor.
That's wild. Okay, well, there you have it. It's a little less damage than I thought.
Well, it's still catastrophic.
Yeah,
It's not that good.
it runs and drives. I'm selling my running and driving Corvette. $35,000. Take it or leave it. Just a slight miss. Needs a tune. Okay, so there it is. There's the hole. That's what she said. That's it. That's all that's come through the block. I'm actually surprised. Like, I thought there would be, more, but no, just that little guy. So I did say that this project was snowballing, and it definitely is. We had another C7 on with a G1 Pro intake manifold. That's not the same as mine, and I saw some of the best temperatures I've ever seen with it. So we're ordering one of those up. It's a high ram, which means we're gonna have to cut the hood. And its temperatures were partly from the inner chiller, so we ordered one of those. Yeah, this project is snowballing pretty hard. We're likely going to have the new Texas Speed heads for it, and those heads are going to be at Texas Speed only. It's not like a ported LT4 or whatever. They're actually a Texas Speed head, so we're gonna have those on the car most likely. Holy shit, things are changing. And you know what's next? Probably gonna blow up the transmission because it's not gonna take the power that we're gonna throw at it. And then once that's all done, we'll probably upgrade the turbo system because these Chinese choo-choo trains here, they're probably gonna run out of steam at some point as well. Project Snowball going in full effect. Holy shit. So this Corvette actually has the intake that I was talking about on it. This is the G1 Pro intake manifold. As you see, this is what I'm going to have to do to my hood. And I'm okay with that. So this bad boy here, it's a little bit of a high ram intake. It might fit with our current charge pipe. We might be able to just turn the charge pipe up and it might fit. We might have to get a little longer coupler or something like that. So we're gonna try it out first. This is a G1 Pro intake manifold with a big ass intercooler right in here. And yeah, it's some of the best cooling that I've ever seen. This car, we did put an inner chiller on it. We have the same trunk tank. You can see it in here. This is the same trunk tank that I have in my car. And this thing had some of the best temperatures that I've ever seen. The temperatures that the mass airflow is seeing, 300 plus degrees. And after the intercooler, 80 maximum. It was like, what the shit? It started at 55 or so. And I just can't believe the cooling on it. So I want it and I'm gonna have it. Holy shnikes. So this thing will make it to a video in the future here, and you'll hear all about how well the inner chiller is doing. Trust me, I love the inner chiller. But it's not making it to a video right now because the cam phaser is not working properly. In fact, when you do some of these bigger builds, the cam phaser has a hard time keeping the cam under control. Even though commanded is 0, the cam is phasing to a certain degree, and the last thing we want to do is see it phase too far and end up with piston valve contact. And it's entirely possible. And so what we're going to do is we're going to rip this phaser out. We're going to install a phase lockout, basically. So even though I'm commanding 0, it will be forced to stay 0. I could command 30 and it would stay at 0. And that's what we want to see. That should keep the high end together and not like end up with an issue where pistons hit valves. And so once we do that, then we should be able to get this out of here and you guys will see it in a video. Texas Speed is shipping out that engine today, I believe. That's our 427 cubic inch engine of fury that should handle what I throw at it, or at least take us to the limitation of either the transmission or those turbos that are on my car. And I'm really excited to see that thing. It's probably going to be a little bit, I was thinking, wow, maybe if I rush it, I can get it ready for November 17th. But if there's a track rental. But if I'm going to be doing all this, I mean, I'm really going down the rabbit hole here and I want to do it right. So I'm doing all the stuff that I really wanted to do to the car and just didn't do because I thought I was going to sell it. Now, I think this thing's just staying. It's like, holy shit. So, yeah, we're going to go balls to the wall now. And yeah, I'm going to spend a little bit of money, but I'm going to get it done the right way. Okay, so let's pull this thing off the lift and make room for the next guy. Just residual oil, it'll burn off. So guys, it's Eric's birthday. He's got neck pain.
I'm old now.
Yeah. Yeah, once you hit your 30s, it's all coming downhill.
Every year, something else.
So wish him a happy birthday in the comments. And then go subscribe to his channel, The Boosted One. He has 2 videos.
You'll see no videos. There's like 2.
There are?
Yeah, there's probably like 6 on there.
Oh, I should subscribe too. I want to give a big special thanks to Texas Speed for hooking me up with the motor and soon-to-be heads. I want to give another special thanks to Force Induction Interchiller because, well, that's where I'm getting my interchiller from. And I want to give another special thanks to G1 Pro for hooking me up with that crazy intake manifold and rails and all sorts of fun stuff. So when we go balls deep, it connects. I think that makes sense. So guys, I gotta get back to work here. I got a big block with a Whipple on it that I need to tune, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video because it was kind of fun. I thought this thing was gonna let go, but it did not. That was wild. I almost wanted to do a burnout with it, but I didn't have too good of a time the last time I did it, so I figured I'll salvage what little I can from it, which is probably one head and the intake manifold. Okay guys, have a great one. Don't forget to subscribe because we got more stuff coming. Adios.